Character arrays and strings. Now, basically, a string is a sequence of characters. We know what is a character. This is a character. This is a character. This is a character. Or when I say H, it is a character. E is a character. L is a character. And O is a character. But when all of them are combined together, that is in a sequence when they appear like this, HELLO, which makes one word. This is known as a string. So when characters are in a sequence, so I can say sequence of characters is what is a string. So a sequence of characters is a string, and this is a single data item. Then this is treated as a single data item. Okay, so any group of characters which is defined inside the double quotation mark. This is the double quotation mark. So any group of characters which is defined within the double quotation mark is a string. What is it? It's a string. Any sequence or any group of characters which is defined within double quotation mark is a string. Examples of strings are like when I say hello, how are you? So what is this? This is a string. Okay, now when I say how will I get it printed? If I want to get the same thing printed, I will say printf hello, how are you? Right? So when I want this thing to be printed on the output screen, I will print it like this with the help of printf. That is, within printf I will write, within the double quotation marks I will write hello, how are you? So in that case, what the output will be? The output will be this string printed as it is, hello, how are you? So this will be printed as it is. Now if in case I want this string to be printed with the quotation marks, okay, I want this string to be printed with the double quotation marks. In that case, how will I get it printed? I will write printf double quotation marks, a backward slash, then again double quotation mark. Then I will write the string that has to be printed, hello, how are you? Then again double quotation marks, backward slash and double quotation mark, and then I'll finish it. Okay, so now the output on the output screen will appear to be like this. What will be, how will it appear? Like this. Hello, how are you? Right? So now this time on the output screen, the string will appear with the double quotation mark. So this is the difference, that when you want only the string to be printed, you print it in the usual manner like you do with printf. And when you want the string to be printed with the double quotation marks, then this is what you do to print the string with the double quotation marks. Now Let's see how you declare and initialize strings or character arrays. That means how you declare and initialize strings or character arrays. So how you do that? See, just like any other array, a string or a character array is also declared in the same manner. That means first of all you have to mention the data type, then you have to give the array name, and then you have to mention the size of that array. So basically a character array is known as a string. So you have to give the data type of the character array or the string, then you have to give the name of the character array or the string, and then you have to give the specifies the size of the character array or the string. Now an example for the same. For example, you want to declare a character array to store the name of a city. So you say character city and then you give the size like this. So this is the declaration. Another example, say you want to declare a character array for storing the names of people. So you say character name and 30. 30 is the maximum size of this array. So this is the declaration part. This is how you declare a character array or a string. Right? Now here character specifies the data type. Obviously when I am talking of a character array or a string, the data type will always be char and nothing else. So this is the data type. This is the name of the string or the character array, and this is the size of the string or the character array. Now one more important thing that needs to be kept in mind here is that whenever the compiler is assigning a character string to a character array, it automatically supplies a null character. Now what is a null character? This is the null character. So whenever a character string is supplied to a character array, the compiler automatically supplies a null character at the end of the string, right? Or it appends a null character at the end of the string. So in that case, the size of the string or the character array is always 1 plus the actual size. Now I'll give you an example to show the same. Say for example, I say char city 9 equals to New York, right? Now what is the size of this character array over here? 1, 2, 3, right? Now a blank space will also be counted as a character. So 4, then 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in total how many characters you see here? You see 8 characters. Then you may ask, if there are 8 characters in total, why have we given the size as 9? Why have we given one size extra? This is because just now I told you that whenever a character string is provided to a character array, then the compiler automatically appends a null character at the end of the string. So the size of the character array will always be 1 plus the actual size. So if the actual size is 8, then the size will be 1 plus the actual size, which is equals to 9. That is why you have given the size 9 over here, because the compiler will append a null character at the end of this string like this. That is why the size of a character array is always 1 plus the actual size. So if the actual size is 8, then 1 will be appended to the extra, then the size of the character array will be 1 plus the actual size, which makes is equal to 9 for this null character which is appended at the end of the string, right? So this is the concept. Now how do you initialize a character array? How do you initialize a character array, or how do you initialize a string? So declaration part we have seen, now we will see initialization. So how do we initialize? There are two ways of initializing. The first method is this is the first method of doing this. Like this. Okay, so one method is this. The other method is that so this is the other method. Now this is one method and the other method is this. Two ways of initializing a character array, 1 and 2. Now in this second method you can see that how we have initialized the character array. We have initialized the character array by listing all its elements. N as a separate character, E as a separate character, W as a separate character, then the space as a separate character, and so on. So in that case, if we are listing each element, if we are initializing the character array by listing each element, in that case we will have to explicitly supply the null character also, right? In this case we were not explicitly supplying the null character. The compiler by default will do that. The compiler by default will append it at the end of the string. But when we are individually listing each and every element of the string or the character array, in that case we have to explicitly supply or append the null character at the end of the string. We have to explicitly provide it by ourselves. So these are the two methods by which you can initialize a string or a character array. Now just like in case of the numeric arrays, in the strings or character arrays also, if we are initializing the array at the time of declaration, then there is no compulsion on specifying the size of the array or the string, right? So say for example here I am initializing it at the time of declaration, then there is no compulsion to specify the size of the string. You can specify this size if you want to, if you wish to, but otherwise there is no compulsion on providing the size of the character array or the string if you are initializing it at the time of declaration. Say like this, I am initializing the array at the same time when I am declaring it. So I do not need to provide, or there is no compulsion on providing the size of the string in that case, right? This is one method of initializing. Another method can be like this. So these are the two methods by which you can initialize a character array, and if you are initializing it at the time of declaration, then there is no compulsion on specifying or mentioning the size of the array. Now, one more important thing that you should know here is that we cannot separate the initialization from declaration. That means declaration and initialization go hand in hand. If you have to initialize the character array or the string, then you cannot initialize it separately after declaration. If you wish to initialize a string or a character array, then the initialization needs to be done at the same time of declaration, right? You cannot do that like this, that you declare it first and then later on you initialize it. No, you cannot do like that. If you are wishing to initialize the string or the character array, then the initialization should be done exactly at the time of declaration, right? So say for example, if I declare a character array like this, then if I initialize it later like this is wrong or invalid. I cannot do it like this. How it will be done? It will be done like this: char str3 5 equals to good. This is how you will initialize this array. That means exactly at the time of declaration you will initialize it, and you cannot initialize it separately. So this is the wrong method and this is the right method. So here you declared it, here you did the declaration, and at the same time you did the initialization, right? So this is the right method of initializing a string or a character array. So this is all about the character arrays and strings for today's class.